Hello, randomites.
I am
We're here
Heather,
together.
and that's Haley,
Hi, I'm Haley.
and this is Random.
Yeah,
This is technically the third This Is Random podcast, but I did
but
bad things.
but the video editing software is terrible
Well,
and mean and out to get us
it's not.
and destroyed the second episode.
It it sadly did destroy the second episode, but that is like 510% my fault. I did dumb things. So today, and I really hope
Dang.
but I did learn a couple of things.
Good.
First off, my computer isn't as loud as I thought it was.
Yay. And that you can edit out dad swearing in the background when there's a hockey game on.
Maybe not when there's a hockey game, but I could totally try that.
When there's like an episode of Law and Order and people are being stupid.
um, yeah, definitely that one.
Um,
So, like,
I have a joke for you, Heather.
uh-huh.
What is small, sits in a tree, and is dangerous?
A sparrow with a sniper rifle.
With a machine gun! You effed it up. You effed it up.
We still don't know if
It's
because
all effed. There is a television program called Orphan Black, and it features a Canadian soccer mom who does not ever swear and who makes soap and who beads and like makes her children's clothes by hand and who has killed the most people out of everyone in the cast excluding the former assassin,
wow.
and who also sells drugs in her spare time because she's running for like chairman of education for her community and she needed money to support her campaign.
So she sells drugs.
Yeah. Her name is Allison and you guys should watch Orphan Black because of her.
Okay, so like we had an idea for a topic, but are we going to change that because you seem to be wanting to talk about Orphan Black?
We could talk about what I didn't know we had a topic planned.
I was going to talk about Dude, That's My Ghost,
Oh yeah,
and
yes.
I was thinking
We
you
could
could talk.
both talk about television shows that we like. You talk about Dude, That's My Ghost, and I will talk about Orphan Black and also Shaolin Showdown because I'm still in special interest hell.
But I
Is
was
that
thinking,
a bug or a piece of wood?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go smash this piece of wood that's maybe a bug. Start talking.
Okay, so there's this show that was only shown on Disney XD UK, and it upsets me because it was only shown on Disney XD UK, and it was shown in 2013, and had 52 episodes, one season, and I discovered this show because I forgot how I found fan art of it,
Mm-hmm.
and I looked at the main ghost character, and I said, "What the heck is that Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day as a
What?
cartoon ghost?" And I kept finding fan art of the show, and it was like, "What the heck?"
And it
That's
turns out that yes, this ghost from Dude, That's My Ghost is in fact Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day, but a ghost.
his name is Billy Joe Cobra, and is the biggest dork.
He is. He's also kind of a narcissist. I don't care for this show, by the way, Randomites, so it's mostly going to be Heather singing his praises and me pointing out small things that I find wrong with it.
He is narcissistic, but I can't blame him because that's literally how he was raised. According to the wiki, he was discovered at 6 years old.
Yeah, I get that.
It's just, I love this show so much because it's just bro puns and freaking Billy Joe Armstrong as a ghost. Although,
Rohan Sebastian Bach.
Haley likes some of the bro puns.
I do appreciate some of the bro puns.
I have no
Bro,
idea what I'm drawing, but I'm okay with it, I guess.
give it wings, whatever it is. I can't see what Heather's drawing, by the way, randomites. So
Yeah,
you
I
guys,
don't think she's ever seen.
I watched the first podcast, and therefore I know what the lindworm looks like, but that's it.
Yeah, and she can't watch the second one
Because no one can watch it. It is
yeah,
the last episode.
it's the last episode.
One
Two,
day, Patchy the Pirate will discover it and have a whole live show dedicated to streaming it.
but it will actually not be just a bunch of cheap walk cycles that were actually really cool.
That's a spoiler.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know if you could spoil SpongeBob SquarePants, but if you could, that'd be the way to do it.
Yeah, pretty much. Because I was equally upset. Like, I was with Patsy.
And that was like an hour and a half of like build up, and then it was just a bunch of fancy walk cycles.
Yeah. So, also on the wiki, apparently the human star, the human main character, Spencer Wright, is based off of Trey Cool.
Nice.
And all this just makes me even more upset because Mother Flippin' Green Day as a cartoon, I need that in my life forever.
So who's Mike?
Mike's not in it.
No, Chanela is Mike. You hate canon.
Vanilla is not Mike, I'm sorry.
Chanela is Mike because Mike is the best person in the band and Chanela is the best person on the show.
Excuse you. Excuse you.
What, you don't think Chanela is the best person on that show? That show should be about Chanela.
I need more Sanilla. Like, I'm going to find I'm just going to leave this as a sketch. I don't know what I'm doing with it. I need to find like a
Give it wings.
I did give it wings.
Make the wings nice.
I like to think they're nice. They're really messy, but that's just because it's a sketch and it's going to stay a sketch. No, I need to find one of those, not petition. Maybe petition is the word I am looking for. I need to find one of those things, and just totally sign it to get Dude, That's My Ghost season 2. Because like there are just so many unanswered questions. The final episode sucked. Like I hate the final episode. Like it's just so stupid.
Okay.
Like I just straight up don't like it.
I don't. I've seen it, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're not gonna. I refuse to show you that episode.
You're gonna refuse to. The only reason I've seen any of Dude, That's My Ghost Randomites is because I love my sister and I like when she's excited about things, and she is really excited about. Stop laughing! I'm being serious. She is really excited about Dude, That's My Ghost, and so I will watch it with her because she's excited, and I'll enjoy her enjoying it. Don't enjoy the show. It's just not my cup of tea. I think it's pretty good, but it's not my thing.
It is very much my cup of tea.
It's like the 100.
Yeah, that's not my cup of tea. No way, Jose.
Yeah, the 100 is pretty good, but I can't get into it, man.
And like,
And then they killed the lesbian. That's a spoiler, but whatever. Now you don't have to go through the whole show. You just don't watch it.
what's the point of having the lesbian if you're just gonna kill her off?
Exactly.
I mean, like, was she a throwaway character, or was she
No, she's one of the main characters, Heather, in the show.
Then never mind, cause like
we're not here to talk about a show that I don't watch. We're here to talk about a cartoon that I have watched sometimes.
I love Dude, That's My Ghost so much.
Tell them about Chanela.
Sanilla is the sweetest, most. She looks like a cinnamon roll. Is actually a cinnamon roll, but will still kill you.
Yeah, if she ever goes evil or like becomes a ghost hunter, Billy is fucked.
Yeah, and it's just
Like
she's just so cute, and I need her forever in my life. And I don't know what I'm drawing.
Draw Chanela.
No, I don't know how to draw any of those characters. I wanted to draw Billy, but I just can't. Like I tried a little bit before the stream, and it was just no. I will not ruin his precious face with my art. No, like Billy Joe Cobra is personality wise is nothing like Billy Joe Armstrong.
Hmm.
And that's kind of one of the things I really like about the show because oh my gosh, I'm not actually crushing on Billy Joe again. I'm crushing on this stupid ghost.
I thought he was your son.
He is my son, but he's also not my son. I don't know. I care about him and love him and just need I want to like
You have emotions toward this cartoon ghost.
yes, just like you have emotions towards Danny Phantom.
Yeah, my emotions are mostly I want to protect this half-dead 14-year-old from his own parents.
And like it's just Haley, I love this show. Like no, it's just everything. If I feel like it's a show that I would have made, because it's just bro puns. Like hold on, why are you double ticking? Okay, and it's bro puns. It's amazing, and all 52 episodes are on YouTube because what the person did, and I was like, how did this
Oh,
person?
don't do it. Don't do it. Somebody will tattle. Shh. Tattle.
But no, listen to this.
No tattling.
I was questioning why and how this person was able to get away with posting all 52 episodes. And I
Mhm.
looked at the descriptions, and he basically copy and pasted YouTube's copyright law and explained why he can do it. And just, it was just, yeah, you can't touch him.
That's some lawyer shit right there.
I bet he is a lawyer. That would be awesome. I think I'm just going to make a bunch of sketches because I don't want to finish any of these.
Draw a sheep.
Okay. Bye.
Bah.
So yeah, dude, that's my ghost. I want to talk about it, but then I also want people to like go and see it, like Google it and then look at everything. And it's just so amazing, Haley. It's just I understand that you don't like it, but it's just
I
you did
like it though, so it's okay.
you have a favorite episode.
I do have a favorite episode. It's the one where the evil, terrible principal who needs a new job gets fired,
Yeah, it's
which
amazing.
he should be permanently removed. But no, we gotta keep the status quo because this is a Western cartoon. Ooh,
And
whatever.
we also
I
don't
hate
want
him.
every good because I also hate him. He's a good villain.
He's a terrible villain. Is the thing.
What do you mean?
Like he's terrible at being a villain, but he's a good villain, like story wise. If you're talking about a narrative arc.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify it for the randomites. They are small.
I hope not.
Just in my head, all of the randomites are like
All two of
those.
them.
Yeah, all two of the randomites.
I remember our jokes. I just, man, it's been so long
Has
since,
it?
yeah. We haven't made jokes. We haven't used the dry erase board. We haven't done
Oh, since we
skits.
did like a proper episode of This Is Random. Yeah, it's been very much a long time. But we don't have to dwell on the past. We can talk about cartoons that have been canceled for 3 years.
I am
Or
upset.
cartoon that has been canceled for almost 10 years, like Shaolin Showdown.
And how Silent Showdown was just a beautiful thing, and then they ruined it with Silent Chronicles.
I'm sorry, but that doesn't exist in this dojo.
Good.
It's over there with Ghostbusters 2 and the live action Avatar movie. Um, so Shaolin Showdown.
We can actually talk about it again because the lost episode.
Yeah, we talked about it in the last episode. We talked about our favorite Shangang Wu and how my favorite season 1 Shangang Wu is definitely the third arm sash because it just seems so useful.
Well, yeah, it's a third arm.
Yeah.
And can we just talk about how this? I feel like this. I feel like I can't mention this because it's a major spoiler for anyone who's like, oh, these two wackadoos on YouTube talked about Silent Showdown. I've never seen it. I'm gonna go watch it.
Okay, so
But
spoiler warning.
yeah, spoiler warning right now.
Heather will put a timestamp on the screen when it is safe to not be spoiled.
Yeah. Um, can we just talk about how they put a villain who shows up at the end of the show
Uh-huh.
in the intro?
Which villain are you talking about?
The one that's made from 3 starring Gangwoo.
Mala Mala Jong. I mean, he showed up at the end of the first season.
Well, yeah, he shows up at the end of the first season.
Yeah.
And he's in the intro the entire season.
Yeah, and then in season 2 he is an almost comeback when the Halen Comet happens. But yeah. No, it wasn't the Halen Comet. It was the planets were aligning. But yeah, Mala Mala Jong, because it's like foreshadowing, you know? It's like that whole season, people are wondering, what's that flamey dude? And then they see the Helmet of Jong episode, and it's like, hey, that's the flamey dude's head. What's that about? And then, oh, it's a mythical demon made out of Shangang Wu, including the Heart of Jong, which can make snowmen alive and give them agency over the world in order to cause a second ice age.
Oh yeah, that did happen, didn't it?
It's sort of, opening credit spoilers, but it's also sort of like foreshadowing.
It's the spoiler like when Five Nights at Freddy's 3 came out.
Uh-huh.
Like the biggest spoiler in the game was in the teaser trailer.
Wow.
Like no, Springtrap. You're not in the fandom, so I can just say this. And anyone who doesn't know about this. But
this is covered under the spoiler warning. You haven't put the timestamp up yet.
Okay. Freaking Scott Cawthon, this madman, he worked so hard on this really awesome. Can I side comment? I really love his modeling. Like I just really like it.
Okay.
Scott Cawthon made this awesome animation and this 3D model of freaking Springtrap, like, convulsing or whatever, and it was like, oh my gosh, what is that? What the heck? What's wrong with that thing? And then we find out that what's wrong with the thing is that it's a body being compressed because spring locks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like the whole fandom like simultaneously screamed at once when and the moment I can't remember who was the first one to beat FNAF and like told the fandom, oh my gosh, the intro and the thing that happened at the end. But like when everyone saw that, it was just like screams. You could like if you weren't in the fandom, you was just like reading a book, reading your Harry Potter or something, and then just suddenly screams, like muffled screams all around you. but yeah, that was. I don't like spoilers like that.
Okay, well, this right here, future Heather, while editing this, is the timestamp that you should put up. My clock says 2021.
Okay.
So, I actually put the timestamp up there, not like you said you were going to put a picture of Bear in the first one and it didn't happen.
I did put a picture of Bear in the first
No,
one.
you put the tree up, but not Bear.
Oh. I still put Bear in there.
Okay.
There is a picture of Bear in the video.
Okay.
Speaking of Bear, she did not want to come in last night. Because our neighbor decided to chain their dog up to our gate, as you do, and you know how Bear is.
Yeah. And for randomites who don't know how Bear is, Bear doesn't like anyone except us. Literally everyone else she will destroy, and she'll do it very loudly.
She likes Octavia and Chihuahua, but she never sees them anymore.
Yeah.
So
they don't count.
But so
our dogs chained to our fence.
Yeah. And so she was going nuts, either because he's afraid of dogs or she just doesn't like dogs. But dang it. So I went back there with Dad to go get her. And she trotted up to me, and it was nighttime and dark because it was like 1 a.m. And I reached over to like grab her collar, and I don't think she saw me reaching over to grab her collar, because when I touched her, she like just scrambled away and like tripped over 2 of her feet. It was just
Did you get a hold of her though?
yeah, I did get a hold of her because she came back when she realized it was me, but it was just
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Bear.
You did.
What?
You did her frighten.
Yeah, I did. I did mean it. I did mean it. um, I keep wanting to talk about Dude That's My Ghost, but I don't want to talk about Dude That's My Ghost because I want people to.
That's my ghost. This is our podcast about the interested in, and currently you're interested in Dude That's My Ghost.
Okay, and it's such a good show. It needs more, like like dead pop star and his cousin antics. Like it's just and it's just
His cousin is live, BT Dubs.
yeah, his cousin is alive and Billy is not, and it's got a simple premise, and that's all you really need. The simple premise is Spencer Wright makes videos, and he goes to a school in Hollywood, California. He he and his family move into the house of a deceased distant cousin, Billy Joe Cobra, who was the biggest pop sensation in his time, and it still is. Like, there's jokes about how he's still famous even though he's dead because freaking groupies attack the house. um, and that's it. That's the premise. Just antics with him, his friends, and Billy Joe being a narcissistic ghost who gets his ecto everywhere because he's a crybaby.
Mm-hmm.
I love it so much. And it's just bro jokes everywhere. Spencer's bro ham sandwich and bro beef Bach and bro tisserie and
Bro and Sebastian Bach.
bro ham Sebastian Bach.
You were trying to say in that middle bit.
Yo, Spencer right here, and Billy Joe Cobra. He's an invincible ghost. How is it that me and my home boss can see him? We each got, I forgot what,
We each have a piece of Billy Joe's gear.
and then awesome guitar riff, and then it ends with,
There's
dude, that's my ghost.
Every episode, and that is the beginning part of it.
I love it. I
It
want.
sort of reminds me of Randy Cunningham, Ninth Grade Ninja, without all of the lessons about responsibility and heroism.
Yeah, there's no lessons in any of these episodes except maybe not taking advantage of your friend. In there's an episode because apparently when Billy was alive, he was discovered at 6, so he was famous since he was 6 years old, and he never went to school. He admits to never looking at a calendar. There's an entire episode, you haven't seen it yet, where we find out he never acts. He is so sheltered in the fact that he was famous his whole life that he never chewed gum.
What?
Yeah, there's a whole episode when Billy discovers gum and becomes addicted to it.
That's all you need to know about this show, by the way, guys. There's a whole episode where one of the main characters discovers gum.
And it's just so it's really awesome because the whole ecto thing, how Billy's ecto just causes chaos. It brings the gum to life because he thinks he can swallow gum at first and he chokes on it.
Oh no.
And so he like blows this huge bubble because Spencer tries to do the Heimlich on a ghost.
Oh man.
And it's basically just pumping up this huge bubble, and then the ecto like brings it to life. And Spencer's like, "Oh, I'm gonna use this for my movie."
Okay.
But then Rajiv, Spencer's friend, gives Billy some spicy bubble gum.
Mm-hmm.
And the spicy bubblegum makes the blob go evil and eat everything.
Okay, wow.
So it's huge. It consumes everything, including Spencer's family, Lolo, and like it was just hectic.
The rich girl at school, basically the Paulina of.
No, she's worse than Paulina.
She is much worse than Paulina. Paulina had substance. But the Paulina of Dude That's My Ghost, her name is Lolo Calorie, and I hate her.
Lolo Calorie does
She
another
was
celebrity.
given far too much power as class president.
Yeah, and the teacher and the principal who beats up on Spencer all the time. Not
Hmm.
literally, but like, um, the reason why he can't do anything to Lolo is because Lolo's dad owns the school. So it's like he can't do anything to her. Not that he wants to.
Basically, Lolo runs the joint, but it's okay because the principal doesn't want to mess with her. He only wants to mess with Spencer Wright because he disliked Billy Joe Cobra, a distant cousin of Spencer Wright.
No, no, no. There's an episode where we find out why he dislikes Billy Joe so much.
Uh huh.
Young Ponzi, and like this just goes to show how long Billy's been dead because Billy was 19, maybe 15, maybe 17 at the time of this event. Young Ponzi when he was like maybe 12,
Uh huh.
entered a talent competition and Billy was one of the judges.
Uh huh.
And Billy said Ponzi was talentless, and then flushed him down a drain, like a literal drain. And ever since then, Ponzi has just hated Billy Joe.
Wow.
And like they fix it, so he no longer hates Billy Joe, and it's really cool and stuff like that because Ponzi was actually pretty good at what he was doing, and
Billy Joe was just being a dick.
no, it was they needed someone, like how on Idol they had that one judge who was just a jerk.
Simon.
Yeah, they needed a Simon,
Oh.
and Billy fit the role.
Okay. Well, now you can go watch that episode of Dude That's My Ghost, everyone. What episode is that? What's the number?
Uh,
Quick, look it up while I talk about something else.
okay. Oh, you're gonna hear the mic's gonna pick up the computer now.
That's fine. It's just gonna click, 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 click.
Dude, that's my ghost. I like how I put in D and dude, that's my ghost shows up.
YouTube knows you.
Not even YouTube, it was Google. I should just do YouTube, it'll be easier.
Google knows you. I mean, Google owns YouTube, and so if Google knows you, then YouTube knows you.
Google doesn't know me, and neither does YouTube, because
I mean, it's because my Gmail is logged on to the at-home browser, so it'll pick up my suggestions and yours. So you're probably getting me and you
but
in
not
the
even that. It was
algorithms.
when we turned 21, it decided to do some very uncomfortable advertisements.
Okay, well,
It was episode 47, Ponzi's Got Talent.
Ponzi's Got Talent, episode 47. Dude, that's my ghost.
Yes.
Apparently, it's quite quality. And if you want to see Ponzi get his butt handed to him, what episode was that? It was
I
like,
closed out the browser.
well, open it again.
I am. I just like that you have a favorite episode of this stupid show. And like, you don't like anything about this show.
I like some bits. I like Shanilla.
You don't like the transitions.
I, the transitions are goofy. I mean, they fit the show perfectly, but when I see them, I just get mad.
I love them so much. Okay, Ponzi gets his...
They're perfect for the show and the genre. They are, and they're both Billy and Spencer are in character when they're happening, which is rare for like transitions. So yeah,
It was episode 23, School of Terror.
School of Terror is a good episode for
Because
if you
Ponzi gets
hate
his butt
Principal
handed to him.
Ponzi, because everyone should hate Principal Ponzi because he's a terrible person.
I'm pretty sure if you don't hate Principal Ponzi... What am I even drawing now?
If you don't hate Principal Ponzi, you are Principal Ponzi, and
Or
I'm
his bird. No, wait, no. There was an episode when his bird got even tired. When even his bird was tired of him.
So if you don't hate Principal Ponzi, I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, if you don't hate Principal Ponzi by his first appearance, which I think was in not the first episode. No, yeah. Well, you don't hate him in the first episode. You just know he's the principal in the first episode. I forget the episode. It was probably like the second or third episode. But if you don't hate him when by his first appearance, then yeah, you
You weren't paying attention.
Yeah, you weren't paying attention. I don't know what I'm drawing anymore.
How much time do we have left?
I never set my timer.
Oh no. Well, mine is at 32 minutes.
The call was going for like...
The call is at 32 minutes, and we were messing around in the call for like, what, 3 or 4 minutes?
No, at least 10.
No, absolutely not.
It was, yeah, it was going. I started recording when I called you.
Yeah, I know, but we just messed around for a little while. It wasn't 10 minutes of me going, no, use that for the intro. It's so funny.
But I don't want to stop talking about Dude, That's My Ghost, though.
Keep talking about Dude, That's My Ghost. This is the Dude, That's My Ghost episode.
Yeah, the lost episode was the Neopets episode.
We can talk about Neopets next week. Next week's podcast will be about Neopets. I promise, Randomites.
About Neopets and how I'm done with their BS.
And how much we love Jiron.
Yeah.
So
I made a Jiron skin and an Evil Thane Minecraft skin. I'm just gonna look at these awesome sketches and like...
Monkey go, Mojo Jojo.
The Cartoon Network cartoons these are all. My friend Bird was so creeped out by Courage the Cowardly Dog when he was little, he never actually watched the show.
I got creeped out by like little things in Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like the stuff that was meant to be scary never scared me. But like there was one episode where Muriel and Eustace got sucked up into a vacuum cleaner with third person, and like the scientist that did it took them to a lab and like experimented on them and like amputated the third victim's arms and their feet and hands and replaced them with suction cups, and that terrified me. It was just supposed to be like a creepy funny thing that happened, and it wasn't even like there wasn't even creepy music under it or anything, but I was so scared.
Yeah, but you have a hand thing, don't you?
What?
I remember you had a nightmare of like hands all over your face.
Yeah, but that's different.
Oh, okay. Like I couldn't watch the intro, and even today I still find I can't watch the intro.
Randomites my fears, Heather. Now they're going to send Thing from the Addams Family and his entire family to invade my apartment.
But you're not afraid of Thing.
No, I'm not. But still, I don't want my apartment invaded by Thing and his entire family.
I'm afraid of wigs. And like the dark.
But the dark is scary. There's ninjas in it.
And like Husky Mudkips.
Husky Mudkips is not scary. He's a bitch.
I know he's not. I know he's not scary.
So for those of you who don't know, Randomites, Heather is in a Minecrafting community that is like adjacent to Husky Mudkips Minecrafting community. And if you don't know who Husky If you don't know who Husky Mudkips is, he's a very famous YouTube Minecrafter who Heather admires very much, and she has had myriad opportunities to just say hi to him and be like, hey, I admire your work, and she gets too scared to do it, even though all he's gonna say is, aw, thank you.
And it makes it worse because I'm a moderator in his Twitch stream. And, like, I'm fine with that.
How do you get that job without saying hi to the person?
Here's how I became, this is actually how I became a moderator in Modi's stream, too. So, I did fan art for Husky and Modi I first did fan art of Husky, and I made a Twitch account because even back then, I was terrified of Husky. But I wanted to get over my fear, so I made a Twitch account so I can talk in the chat and like talk to him. And I said, "Hi, Husky," and he immediately went, "H-Dog, my favorite artist." So I immediately crawled to the desk and cried.
No.
But the next stream, I found a sword next to my name, and I wasn't used to Twitch, so I asked what the sword meant, and it said, "Oh, it means you're a moderator." And I asked him why, and he said, "Because you draw good."
That qualifies you to wield the ban hammer.
Yes, and then same thing with Modi. I went to Modi's streams, like, after I done some fan art of Modi's stuff, and I was like, "Hello," and then I can't remember if they were underwhelmed that I showed up, or if they were just not sure if it was me, the same person who did the drawings. But they were like, "Hi, Yates Dog," and then like, that was cool. I was chill with that. I was totally chill with that, and then I became a moderator. Because I draw good.
Changed.
Well,
when
actually,
I became a moderator.
It was 50% I draw good, and 50% Modi saw me being a good moderator in Husky's stream. So it was, I can totally be in a chat watching Husky stream and stuff and be perfectly okay with him, but the moment he's in Modi's stream, I'm under the desk crying.
Don't get under the desk and cry.
And then, no!
Everyone in the comments encourage Heather to not go under the desk and cry.
I don't want to be afraid of my idols. I don't want to be afraid of the people I admire.
Yeah.
And I've been trying really hard to get over this fear. Husky's doing prisons over on Pocket Pixels, which is like the worst server I've ever been on. And like, the only reason I went there was because Husky's doing prisons. I never actually played on a prison server other than OPMC, but that was just a terrible experience because OPMC was a terrible place. But I was like, I never actually played prisons, and so I was like, yeah, why not? And I watched the prison videos, and it seems simple. You just go there and mine stuff and sell it and get more money and then rank up. And that was actually it. And then you get a plot, and I basically just made a pond and I fished there. But I went there because I was like, I'm gonna get over my stupid fear of this friggin' mudkip. And the first time I got on there, someone in a husky mudkip skin, like it was his suit, was like mining next to me, and I got kicked for being AFK because I crawled to the desk and cried.
No, Heather.
And it wasn't even
That's
Husky.
what crawling to the desk and crying gets you. It gets you kicked.
It wasn't even Husky. But this is just really stupid because I do fan art for him. I really like his videos. I've talked to him in chat, like in his Twitch chat, but I am terrified of him. And it's just so stupid. I want to get over this fear. And then, Haley, I got the courage to walk up to him in the middle of a recording. I didn't realize at first it was a recording. But I walked up to him in the middle of a recording and gave him some diamonds. I renamed Die Memes. Because Husky likes some dank memes, and I thought it would make him giggle. And then I immediately ran away. Well, I didn't immediately run away. I was like, okay, I'm here. I can do this. He's right there, and it's cool, but that lasted about 5 minutes. Like 5 seconds, actually. And then I immediately ran away and mined, and then he showed up in my mine, and it was not a fun time for me. But then I watched...
If you're listening to this podcast...
He's not listening to this.
He might, you don't know. We mentioned him enough. Somebody might tweet it at him.
I know
Tweet this at Husky Mudkip.
Don't tweet this at the Mudkip.
Do it.
Do not.
At Husky Mudkips.
Do not.
The name of this episode is going to be Tweet This at Husky Mudkips.
The name of this episode is going to be Ghost Boys and Fears, because we mentioned freaking
Ghost Boys and Heather is afraid of Husky Mudkips. Tweet this at him.
No, you're not going to be the one uploading this now, are you?
I have the power of the edit button. Don't test me.
So,
we're at time.
What?
I think we're at time.
I don't care. I'm going to finish my statement.
Okay.
So then the episode comes out, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if Husky got the joke. and he never noticed. So I was just never going to do that again because that got my heart pounding really bad.
Oh no.
And then last night he was in Modi's stream, and I have access. I have the privilege of being able to join the call whenever I want. And I was like, I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take that first step and not be afraid of him. And then it was just really bad. My heart actually started to hurt because of the adrenaline. Like, it is so stupid how afraid of the husky I am.
It is really stupid. Everyone tweet this podcast. Give a kiss.
I agree that I am a wimp and that this is stupid.
You're not a wimp.
I am a wimp.
I told you to throw a carrot at him.
I can't throw a carrot at him.
Throw a carrot at him.
I'm not going to throw a carrot at the mudkip.
Okay, we're at time.
Okay.
Actually.
So, see you in the next one.
Yeah, we won't see you and you won't see us, but we will be here.